Black people have supported Democrats, overwhelmingly for
Mhm.
50, 60 years. And nothing has changed. So something's got to change.
Now, firstly, I have to give credit to the Nelk boys or the guys at Full Send. You really wouldn't expect that they have this kind of like frat bro thing going on, but they're having really important conversations, tackling some seriously important topics. I mean, you just gotta give them credit, and once again, we get another great clip from Full Send. And Ice Cube's description of events there reinforces the points that we've been making. Democrats don't actually care about black people. They don't care about communities in need. They're simply politically opportunistic, focused on image and branding ahead of actual policy. We see the same thing over and over again. It's a repeating cycle. Democrats will take advantage of sensitive topics like the death of George Floyd. They'll play into the activist base, using rhetoric and showing up at protests, essentially genuflecting to the cause. But when it comes to implementing policies, they're nowhere to be seen. Tim Scott proposed a police reform bill and gave Democrats unlimited amendments. They could do whatever they wanted with the bill and present it to the floor. They didn't even participate because they didn't want to give Republicans a PR win ahead of the election cycle. The same thing here. Ice Cube put together a list of issues that the black community was facing. They took the call and essentially told him now's not the right time and never called back. Meanwhile, Donald Trump and Republicans actually came to the table and delivered a plan, the Platinum Plan for Black Americans. You guys remember that? And this plan wasn't promising free handouts, more welfare and entitlements. The plan was proposing business development investments to create actual opportunity, targeting communities that need it, building from the ground up. But supposedly the narrative is that Democrats are the ones that care and Donald Trump is the evil, terrible racist. Even though Donald Trump was the only one willing to actually do something, to mobilize plans and strategies. It's been almost 2.5 years of the Biden administration, and we've seen nothing. He said, vote for me or you ain't black. He got the votes and then immediately forgot about you 24 hours after the inauguration. Surely people must be waking up to this reality. All these Democrat promises are generally empty, and usually very suspicious in terms of the timing, all electoral strategy, and no actual substance to any of it. In fact, I'd argue probably the most insulting part is that most of the Democrat rhetoric when it comes to sensitive race issues isn't even really targeted towards black folk. I mean, surprise, surprise, the majority of the country is white, and with black voters voting at 90% for Democrats without change for decades, it's not like they really need a policy and performance track record, actual tangible results. They're not actually trying to convince black voters to vote for them. They already expect that to be in the bag. Their rhetoric is targeted towards white Americans. That's why they focus on activist narratives and grievance politics. They're more focused on white guilt and white savior complex than the well-being of minority voters. It's about making Democrat Karens feel like they're part of some social movement. It's empty, it's manipulative, and my hope is that people are waking up. My hope is that after Joe Biden said, you either vote for me or you ain't black, that people start to ask the exact same question that Ice Cube is posing here publicly. Why should we vote for the Democrat Party if after all of this time, nothing changes? A question like that entering the subconscious can do a whole lot of work as it spreads. It just takes some time. Hopefully we're seeing that slow movement take effect. I'm not exactly convinced just yet. The cultural brainwash is so deeply established, but really the general question is, how has it not happened yet? At some point, people gotta realize that Democrats are full of it. Maybe. We'll see. That's what I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Of course, you know that we'd love to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.